Back here at Best in Boxing, covering Ryan Garcia's failed B test sample. Ryan has requested, or he had requested on May 22nd, for that to be the time that his representatives, his attorneys, would be there when they opened up the B sample. They tested the B sample, and within a couple days, they were able to determine that the B sample had ostracine in it as well. So Ryan is failed both tests. He still has his due process. He still has avenues to go through as far as legally. At this point, he's going to have to report to a meeting once it's determined the time and date for the New York Athletic Boxing Commission or Athletic Commission, and they will have a hearing and determine more than likely that Ryan will be suspended. That is determined by what happens on Ryan's team. He says he took a hair test, yet he has not delivered a sample of that or any documentation similar to what Canelo did. Canelo showed that when he tested positive, and he was able to prove that he had not been doing long-term use of the steroids that were in the beef that he was eating down in Mexico. And so he was cleared. He's still suspended, but um, by the time it was all said and done, he was allowed to fight. Not really a suspension because that would have been his time anyways that he would have taken off to rest. So in Ryan's case, he supposedly did the test. He has not shown the test results as far as legal documentation showing that he took the test and there was no steroids or any illegal substances in his hair, according to a post that Ryan put up from Victor Conti back when Canelo got popped and did the hair test. Victor Conti approved of that, and so Ryan posted that up online as well, showing that hey, the hair sample is more reliable. Dan Raphael of formerly of ESPN has said that he hasn't seen any documentation to prove that that test was in negative for his hair. So Dan has put up um, a couple tweets on the issue. So FYI, Garcia team simply said hair was tested with no details slash documents. When I wrote about Canelo hair testing years ago, I had documents, lab reports, details, documentation are all important, not words. Also, there's virtually no research related to hair test and ostracine to prove anything. So, with that, we're still waiting. We have to wait. Here's the initial tweet from Dan Ryan Garcia: B sample positive for ostracine. As expected, faces hearing possible suspension and results of Haney fight being overturned due to failing two tests for banned PED. As far as Ryan goes, a lot of people have a lot of opinions. Ryan has a very strong, seems what a loyal fan base that is defending him, as to be expected. And he's been nonstop on Twitter, tweeting out about, or on X, tweeting out about his just about anything and everything. It seems like just he puts a lot of information out there, and because he has such a massive reach, people go with it, and that's what it is. So we're gonna have to wait. Those who don't like Ryan, those who want who lean towards having a clean sport, and I mean that. And there's a lot of people out there within the sport of boxing who are frustrated that this happened. Another test, another bad look on boxing, that one of the top money makers in the sport tested positive. In all actuality, because he is a moneymaker, he's going to get more of a slap on the wrist. I would imagine maybe 6 months, maybe a year if they're really on it. But nothing more than that. He is a cash cow for the sport, and he is going to fight for many, many years because there's a lot of money coming in any fighter's direction who fights him, as well as the commissions, the belt holders, all of that stuff. Everybody makes money when Ryan fights. And so, because of that, he will continue to fight regardless of the fact that he did or did not do Ostrozine. If he did, my opinion, as far as that goes, fighters should be suspended first time, maybe 6 months, a year, 2 years, and then after that, I think it should be a lifetime ban. Period. It is a brutal sport. It is a sport where you step in the ring and you are there trying to take somebody's head off. And if you're doing steroids, it's not like playing basketball or baseball. You are there to hurt somebody, and because of that fact, you should not be allowed to do steroids. Period. So I'd love to get your guys' opinion on this. Go ahead, chime in. I want to know what you guys think. Do you think Ryan did it? Didn't do it? If it's bad samples or the fact that it was contaminated from something he took, what do you guys think? Should that be an exemption if it happens to be in some vitamin or supplement that he took? Um, we will find out. Hopefully, he's going to supply all those bottles, and they're going to get checked because if it is contamination and he didn't do it, then you know what? Then move on. But if he did do it and there's no signs, no evidence to show, because the burden of proof is on him, if there's no evidence to show that he didn't do it intentionally, then he needs to serve his time. Then he needs to be suspended from the sport, fined, and set aside, learn his lesson, then come back and try it again. As far as Haney goes, I know a lot of fans are hating on Haney. A lot of people hate on Haney. I'm not. I mean, I could guess that it's because he comes across as arrogant. I don't know, but a lot of people do not like Devin Haney, and so they're going after him for he wants to make the result a no contest, which is his right to do. At the same time, I don't think it's going to change anything. He did get his ass whooped, and no ostracine or anything else is going to change that. I've seen a lot of different opinions on it. I don't believe that the results would have changed. Devin Haney fought a terrible fight. Didn't seem to have a game plan. Wasn't able to make those big adjustments, like say Usyk did in his fight, where he was had his back up against the wall. He adjusted and came back and won the fight. Devin adjusted once, and then Ryan adjusted to that, and then Devin didn't know what to do. I think it was a shortfall in his corner, and it was a shortfall for him mentally. I think Ryan beat him before the fight, and when he got in there, he just got whooped. And that's that. That's that. So nothing is going to change that. Removing that defeat to a no contest is not going to change the fact that he got manhandled. And I think if they fought 5 times, it would be he would maybe win one, two of those fights, but it would still come out in Ryan's favor because Ryan has power, and all it takes is one punch from Ryan, and he will put anybody out in his weight classes, and that is God given. That is not steroid given. Ryan, if you've ever seen this guy live, his power is legit power, on the level of a Deontay Wilder when it comes to him throwing that left hook. And so with that, I don't think Devin has the chin to withstand that, although he did last the entire fight, and that was just pure heart because it's very difficult to get a guy out that's undefeated. But mentally, whether it shows on his record or not, mentally he knows he was defeated, and that's going to stick with him, and that's going to affect him the rest of his career, and that's just the way it goes mentally. With that said, like, subscribe, appreciate it, share this out. I am going to continue to do more. We're going to continue to have more guests on and grow this thing. I appreciate all of you. We're over 4,000. A lot of that is because of the boxing that we've had on here over the years. And I want to let those people know that we will continue to have boxing on here eventually as we go down this road. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for listening this long. And like I said, like, subscribe. Appreciate it. Thanks.